We got Everybody Hates Rochelle. Was she abusive? From your girl Tunes. We seen the Miss Morello video. We saw the fucking Tanya video. Man, fuck Tanya, bro. We saw Tanya video, bro. Now we got Rochelle, the mom, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody in this show used to piss me off, bro. No cap. No cap. Because bro, my boy Chris had it so bad. Like, I know it was called Everybody Hates Chris, but he was just getting, like, absolutely fucked on for no reason, bro. Like, no reason. Well, let's see what she got to say. For the people over on YouTube, twitch.tv/Brando or whatever, if you want to see the reactions live, like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Excuse me.
That's what I thought you said. Now say it again.
Yo, Rochelle had no chill. In the sitcom Everybody Hates Chris, Rochelle Rock, portrayed by Tashina Arnold, is presented as the fierce, no-nonsense matriarch of the Rock family. Set in 1980s Brooklyn and based on comedian Chris Rock's real-life experiences, the show leans heavily into satire and exaggeration for comedic effect. Rochelle is often a source of humor, known for her explosive temper, over-the-top reactions, and the iconic catchphrase,
Has 2 jobs.
My calls?
Who are you hollering at? Hold my calls. Hold your own damn call. I do not need this. My man has 2 jobs. File your own damn papers. I do not need this. My husband has 2 jobs. I do not need this. My man has 2 jobs. I don't need this mess. My man has 2 jobs. 2. All I'm hollering at people. I don't need this. My husband has 2 jobs. I do not need this, okay? My man has 2 jobs.
I don't need this. My man has 2 jobs.
However, beneath the comedic facade lies a character whose behavior, especially when viewed from a more grounded, emotionally aware perspective, reflects deeply problematic traits.
What am I gonna say to my children?
Rochelle's parenting hinges on control, intimidation, and emotional manipulation. Her eldest son, Chris, bears the brunt of this toxic dynamic. As the titular protagonist, Chris often serves as the scapegoat for every mishap in the household. From broken appliances to unpaid bills, Rochelle consistently places unrealistic expectations on him simply because he is the oldest, often ignoring context or fairness. What makes Rochelle's behavior more damaging is her absolute refusal to listen or engage in genuine conversation with her children, especially Chris.
True.
Her disciplinary style is authoritarian rather than authoritative. She rules with fear, not respect. This approach conditions Chris to internalize guilt, self-blame, and emotional suppression, traits that reflect the long-term impact of parental emotional abuse. Her favoritism towards her daughter Tanya only deepens the wound, as she consistently
I swear Tanya got whatever the fuck she wanted, bro. I swear Tanya got whatever she wanted. And that shit would irritate me, gang.
believes Tanya over Chris, reinforcing a sense of injustice and helplessness in the household. One of Rochelle's most defining characteristics is her fierce pride, particularly regarding money. She often refuses to use food stamps or accept help because she worries about what other people will think. This pride, however, directly contradicts her actions. Rochelle frequently spends on non-essentials such as junk food or personal luxuries, while berating Julius for playing the lottery or trying to save money in other small ways. Despite not holding down a consistent job and often quitting any job she does get, she criticizes Julius for being frugal, even though he works multiple jobs just to keep the family afloat. The
man got 2
irony of Rochelle's
jobs.
stance is striking. She rejects assistance out of pride, yet offloads the family's financial burden onto her husband and emotionally blames her children, especially Chris when things go wrong. Episodes reveal that even when Chris tries to contribute or stay responsible, he is blamed or punished for circumstances he didn't cause.
Chris!
I didn't do anything. I know.
Rochelle's hypocrisy in money matters isn't simply comedic. It reflects how some parental figures project their stress onto their family members while avoiding accountability.
Because if y'all say that you've never seen that bra before, I'm gonna kill your father.
Help me!
Rochelle's treatment of her husband Julius reveals another layer of her toxic behavior.
Oh my god! If y'all watch the show, y'all remember that one episode where he slapped that one lady's ass?
Hey, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, who are you?
I'm Sheila. You must be Julius.
What are you doing in my bathroom?
Rochelle.
Where's Rochelle?
She downstairs.
Rochelle!
I live next door.
Where?
Next door.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to smack you on you.
No, it's
I
all
thought
right.
you would.
No, forget about it. It's all right.
What?
Bro, that nigga was scared out his mind, bro. He was like, I see the ass in my own house. I think it's yours.
Julius is the rock of the family, hardworking, faithful, and emotionally restrained. Rochelle often accuses him of infidelity without reason, undermines his efforts, and invalidates his feelings. A notable example is when Julius is diagnosed with high blood pressure, and instead of showing concern, Rochelle says,
You stressed? I mean, I'm the one who should be stressed. I mean, I gotta deal with a house in the ghetto, 3 crazy kids, a man that's never home, and now I gotta deal with you and this high blood pressure.
Is this nigga serious?
No, bro, that was my first
by
thought,
refusing
bro.
to cook or clean for him, effectively using basic care and domestic labor as weapons of control. This dynamic exposes Rochelle's intense jealousy and emotional volatility. Even when Julius shows affection, bringing her flowers or making thoughtful gestures, she responds with suspicion and accusations, as though any kindness might be hiding deceit. Julius, meanwhile, rarely defends himself, reflecting the often overlooked emotional labor that men, particularly black men, are expected to shoulder silently in traditional households. I'm going to talk about an episode that got me so heated as a kid, and even now as a semi-functioning adult in society. Chris finally speaks up for himself, objecting to the disproportionate number of chores he's expected to do compared to his siblings. His mother, Rochelle, explodes in rage. Rather than acknowledging his point or engaging in a constructive conversation, she escalates the situation into a full-blown battle of ego and control.
What's the situation?
Chris won't do what I told him.
You want me to do some dishes? Oh, I'll do some dishes.
Culminating in her decision to kick her teenage son out the house. Now, you're wondering, Toons, what did Chris do to be put out in the streets?
Bro just said
He
no.
must have joined a gang, gotten a girl pregnant, or stabbed someone. Nope, what he did
He just said
was
no.
100 times worse. He refused to do the dishes.
How dare you?
The nerve, the audacity. Imagine.
Hey, her at his peak. Her comedic timing good. What the
Imagine
fuck?
your mom kicking you out for not cleaning the dishes. While the episode tries to frame this as a lighthearted life lesson, the underlying implications are deeply disturbing and sadly all too familiar for many viewers. The problem lies in how the show equates a child's minor rebellion with a parent's major abuse of power. Chris, a child seeking fairness and respect, is portrayed as just as wrong as his mother, who emotionally punishes him and ultimately abandons him for daring to assert himself. This false equivalency is more than just lazy writing. It sends a damaging message that parental authority is infallible, even when it's clearly abusive.
I like to return this child.
Do you have the receipt?
Sure do.
Rochelle's response isn't just emotionally immature, it's cruel.
That's
Instead of
Kamala's
modeling
fucking laughing
patient,
like that in that
empathetic
clip. What the
parenting,
hell?
she treats her son like an adversary. There's no dialogue, no attempt to understand his feelings, only a demand for obedience backed by guilt, withdrawal, and punishment. Her behavior mirrors real-life patterns of narcissistic or authoritarian parenting, where respect is demanded rather than earned, and where any perceived challenge is met with retaliation. Even worse is how the show resolves this conflict. Julius, typically the voice of calm and reason, offers a bizarre conclusion. Even if Chris was right, he should apologize anyway, for the sake of peace.
No.
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 No. Hell no. No. I refuse. No.
The implication is chilling. Compliance is preferable to truth when living under a tyrant. This undermines any potential for actual resolution, growth, or justice. Rochelle is never truly held accountable. She does apologize at the end, only when Julia says, "Hey, apologize to her son," even after Chris apologizes as well. Instead, the narrative quietly reinforces the idea that children owe their parents obedience no matter what. And not to get too heavy on the subject, I'm just being honest. This is a core harsh reality that many people don't want to face or hear. Breaking news.
I'm gonna say this: if you grew up in a black household, you felt this show a little bit too deep. Like, it'd be some episodes that you'd be like, damn, like you might get a little bit of PTSD. like yeah, no cap, bro, no cap.
Parenthood is a responsibility, not a transaction. Children
Remember
don't
that.
owe their parents loyalty or love just because they were fed and clothed. That's the bare minimum. You don't get a medal for doing what's legally and morally required of you. The whole "I brought you into the..."
Yeah, no, and that goes with anything, bro. Stop expecting people to fuck with you just because you do the bare minimum. That goes for these bosses at your job, your parents, your friends, your other family members, anybody that you know, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever the fuck. That goes for everybody. Stop expecting that people are gonna be okay just because you're doing what you're supposed to do. Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta go above and beyond, bro. If you want more than, sometimes you gotta do. Or if you want more than, you gotta do more than, bro. You can't just expect to do the equal or the amount that needs to be, because then they're gonna just give you the amount they believe you need. They're not gonna go above and beyond for you if you don't go above and beyond for them, bro. Stop doing the bare minimum, bro. Do more.
This world mindset is incredibly toxic. Kids don't choose to be born, and once they are, it becomes the parent's job, not a favor, to raise them with care, patience, and empathy. When a parent leads with control, fear, guilt, or shame, they create long-lasting wounds. And no matter how much they might excuse it with tough love or "I was doing my best," that trauma doesn't just vanish when the kid turns 18.
Hell
It
no.
lingers. It festers. Many estranged parents end up wondering why their grown children don't call, don't visit, and don't want a relationship anymore. They cry about ungrateful kids, but never reflect on how they treated them when they were most vulnerable. That's not abandonment. That's self-protection. Sometimes the only ways to heal is to walk away from the very people who caused the damage. More people need to understand this. Respect is earned, not demanded.
And nothing, period. So yeah.
And being a parent
Okay,
doesn't
Coco.
automatically make you right, wise, or deserving of blind devotion. If anything, it demands more humility and self-awareness, because the way you treat your child becomes the voice they carry inside them for life. This episode exemplifies a greater problem with Rochelle's character. She embodies a parenting style that is abusive but socially accepted under the guise of tough love.
Right.
Many viewers, especially those from marginalized or working class backgrounds, have seen figures like Rochelle before. Mothers who are stressed, overworked, and traumatized by systematic struggles, but pass that trauma down as control, violence, and guilt. Rochelle isn't just strict, she's vindictive. Her reactions are not driven by love, but by wounded pride and insecurity. Yet the show rarely challenges this. Instead, it invites the audience to laugh, even when the scenes veer into emotional cruelty.
You gonna eat this sauce. Do you hear me? Girl, do you think I'm playing with you?
A few moments later.
Her hostility towards Julius is another area where comedy masks toxicity. In the episode where Julius's job goes on strike, he takes over most, if not all, the housework. Rochelle grows resentful, not because he's failing, but because he's succeeding.
Yeah,
His
that-
competence threatens the
That boy was putting in work. What?
facade she maintains about her domestic labor. Imagine getting mad at your significant other for cleaning the house and doing the chores to ease the workload. Her response is not self-reflection or appreciation, but passive aggression and bitterness. This undermines the idea that she is a hard worker. Instead, she seems to resent effort unless it brings her control or validation. Rochelle wants the status of responsibility without the responsibility itself.
Half the stuff around here I do better than you. It ain't that hard.
Can I lie? Can I lie? Can I fucking lie?
And you know, in the making of this video, it really makes me realize, like, damn, that Chris's life is harder to stomach. He is surrounded by pain, dysfunction, and rejection. At school, he faces constant racism and bullying.
You need to rise above your ghetto mentality.
What did he say?
Psychological ghetto.
Should she suffer? All right, clap if you think she should suffer.
On the streets, he deals with predators and con artists, and at home, the place that should be his refuge, he finds scorn, favoritism, and neglect. His character becomes the classic butt monkey trope. The universe constantly punches him down with little respite or growth. This might be tolerable in pure satire, but Everybody Hates Chris wants to be emotionally resonant while still using Chris's misery as a punchline. Now, Rochelle Rock is a brilliantly acted character brought to life with charisma and energy by Tanisha Arnold, yet her character represents more than just comic.
Also, Tanisha Arnold, she an all-star, bro. She one of the great. Yeah, she won a one. She a phenomenal black actor. Phenomenal actor, bro.
Relief. She embodies a deeply flawed, emotionally damaging.
But she is always playing. No cap. She is always playing someone angry and mean, bro. Cause the first time I ever seen her was on Martin, bro. Y'all don't even know what Martin is, bro. Hey, comment down below if you know what Martin is, bro. Martin was that was also a S-tier show, bro. That bitch was good.
Parenting model wrapped in 1980s nostalgia and sitcom aesthetics. Her constant berating of Chris, toxic treatment of Julia's financial irresponsibility, and obsessive concern with appearances over well-being of her family makes her one of the most emotionally destructive characters in the series. While Everybody Hates Chris frames her as humorous and real, many viewers see in Rochelle not just an exaggerated mother, but a painfully familiar one. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a
shout out to the subscribe button. W video from your girl Tune. She always puts us on. If you're on YouTube, though, unfortunately our time is coming for tuning in. I appreciate you watching this video with me. If you want to see the reactions live and in real time, twitch.tv/Brando or whatever. And I'll see you guys next time.
I heard you wanna take a shot, yeah, let's get it in. Took a sip of Henny, so I had to bring out F&N. You told me they really wasn't fucking with a Rassy, so I just had to bring out the fault, nigga, Potsy.